So that's basically my bearish target, but all will then depend on this current support zone right here. What's up, guys? Cryptomindd here. So a lot of shit and FUD rumors and blah 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 happened in the past week in the crypto space. So let's quickly cover them, and then let's continue into the price action of Bitcoin and the total market cap, how things are looking, what is our outlook for the market. So first of all, for the people who don't know, the SEC is looking to sue Binance and Coinbase because of certain securities like Cardano, Solana, and blah 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 blah. It doesn't make any sense to me. When I read it, I was as well like, what the fuck? You can just Google it, just type in this on Google, and you'll see what it is all about. Again, it doesn't make any sense to me because every country in the world is doing nothing. No other country in the world is seeing those cryptos that the SEC is seeing as securities as a security, except for, of course, the United States of America. The US, the SEC, they have something with spreading FUD and fear into the crypto market. I've been noticing that in the past year as well, with the FTX exchange and stuff. What happens? A lot of bullshit they are throwing forward towards us, and it doesn't make any sense to me at all. But anyway, now recently there are rumors slash FUD that Binance US is about to freeze the assets for US customers. So guys, if you are from the US and you use Binance US, I highly suggest you to withdraw from the exchange and send it towards a soft wallet like MetaMask, Trust Wallet, or a hardware wallet like Ledger, Trezor Wallet, or whatever you have. You can find, by the way, a link in the description for a Ledger. But I highly suggest you to withdraw your funds from the Binance US exchange. Because if this happens, guys, it will be very bearish for crypto, because everybody who does have access to their funds will look to sell on you. And while your assets are frozen, you will start to lose money. So again, I highly suggest you to withdraw your funds, because if this happens, it will be very, very bearish for the market. Now, let's get into the price action to exactly know what I'm talking about. So guys, we have like this little reversal pattern here on Bitcoin. Do I think it will break out bullish? There's a potential chance. But of course, I do not turn bullish before key levels are broken. The same goes for my bearish perspective. I do not turn bearish before certain key levels are broken. That's why they are key levels. If they do not break, there's no direction incoming whatsoever. So let's start with the bullish case, which is still possible. But as for now, with all the FUD going on, it's very likely that it will not happen. But of course, this is crypto. It's very possible, and I'm very aware of it. And I'm ready to change my bias, my short-term bias, quote unquote, at any moment when a key level breaks. So let's talk about the bullish momentum. Bullish momentum would be if we manage to break above this zone right here of $27,300. Of course, turning this resistance into support is crucial. And as that happens, we could see Bitcoin going higher towards this next resistance zone here at $28,700, which of course is a crucial one again to break. If we break, turn it into support higher, will be incoming back towards 30,500 and even potentially 31K and higher. Of course, with everything going on right now, that scenario seems pretty unlikely. But I'm, again, very aware that this could happen as soon as key levels break. Again, key levels per key levels, guys. That's the key to being a successful trader / understanding price action. That's the biggest key. Now, let's talk about the bearish perspective, which, in my opinion, with the fundamentals going on, seems the most likely is that we find a small recovery towards this zone here, reject it, and we start to fall lower again towards this zone and towards this zone right here, which is my bearish target for the next coming weeks and months. But I'll explain that in a second. So that's basically my bearish target, but all will then depend on this current support zone right here, around $25,000. Soon as this one breaks, the crash or dump will be pretty hard. We'll see price definitely go lower, which will again give us amazing opportunities to buy in, as 2023 will be a boring year, guys. I want to say that everybody that thinks that Bitcoin will go to a new all-time high this year, it will not happen. Also, it will not happen most likely that Bitcoin forms a new bottom, that Bitcoin falls under its current bottom right now. I do not expect that thing to happen. What I do think that this year is 2023 is all about accumulation, guys. It's about buying as much crypto, Bitcoin, and whatever you want to buy in the crypto market as possible for the next bullish cycle, which will come around 2024, 2025. This year is nothing but an accumulation phase. And with the upcoming dump, because if we look at higher time frame, I am 100% certain, even if we go higher towards 31K or 35K again, I still do expect towards the summer, towards the end of the summer, and towards the beginning of the winter, so July, August, September, October, November, December, I do expect price to mostly be bearish, and that price will at least retest around this beautiful level right here around 20,800/21K. So despite this even potentially happening, I do expect over time, before we head into 2024, that we'll see a massive crash at least towards this level. Could we fall lower? Yes. My other target would be around this level here. Do I expect us to break 15K? No. I do not expect us to break our cycle all-time low at all so far, actually, because that would cause other altcoins to still drop a 95%. And I do not expect that to happen at all, because that would be the reddest of the red of the red. And as well, historically, for people who saw my former video that I explained the Bitcoin cycle, which is a must-watch, by the way, historically, it wouldn't make sense that Bitcoin forms a bottom much later than it did right here. So, as I'm a investor and I follow historical data, I did buy my Bitcoin precisely at $17,000. I did not catch the exact bottom, but overall, with 15.5K or 17K exactly, there's not much of a difference. I'm very happy with my position here. And now I'm just waiting to add more to my position. What am I doing in the meanwhile? I'm sitting aside. I'm buying very small amounts of money. Only very small amounts I'm buying at these levels. But I'm waiting for a crash under this level so that I could start to buy in again around these levels. Again, everything for me under 25K for Bitcoin is a must buy. Everything above is very small amount of buying / patiently waiting. Again, there will be no new all-time high this year. I'm 100% certain of that. And I do not expect, despite what many other people think on Twitter or you yourself, that Bitcoin will hit around 13, 12,000, 11,000, 10,000, or even 9, 8,000. I do not expect that to happen. You have to know that cycles change. No, cycles remain the same, but behavior could change a little bit. And as what we could see from the past, is that Bitcoin crashed down 85% during a bear market. And so far, Bitcoin in this bear market only crashed 77%. Which makes sense. As price gets more expensive, it will likely be possible that price doesn't often crash as much as it used to. Because let's say Bitcoin eventually goes to 100K and it crashes another 85%. That would bring Bitcoin back at 14K from that point. And again, that's even lower than where we are right now. And I do not expect those things to happen, guys. Whatsoever. Cycles are remaining the same, but behavior is changing. You should be aware that bear markets are still aggressive for altcoins, but Bitcoin bear markets will over time get a little bit weaker as well. They will crash, but they will maybe not crash another 85% more. Maybe in the next bear market, after we had the next bull run, we only crash 74% or 72%. You have to be aware of those things, guys. That's why historical data is so important. Anyway, let's as well quickly look at the total market cap of Bitcoin, because that's always useful. And what we could see is the same perspective basically like Bitcoin. If we do break above this level, we turn it into support, this would be bullish for Bitcoin and the total market cap. And this would bring us higher towards this resistance here, which on Bitcoin equals around $28,500, $600. So that is, again, like I said, very possible. But what is more likely is that we retest around here, this zone here, reject it with all the FUD and fear going on, and that we start to crash down out of this so-called reversal pattern, and that we crash towards this target right here of 900 billion, which I will consider as a strong support. But if we do crash under it, total market cap under this support will fall lower towards 800 billion, which this would equal for Bitcoin around 18,000. This would equal Bitcoin around 21,000. So guys, again, I do expect the summer or the remaining of the summer, despite even still going to 30K, 35K, still possible, but I do still think that the rest will be bearish and that you should take advantage of the cheap prices that will be incoming regardless in the next coming weeks and months. They are amazing opportunities for you to buy in for the long term, amazing opportunities to get a good ROI, and overall everything is cheap. It's a very big bargain right now. Again, if you look at Bitcoin and you look on the weekly, just remember guys, a little while ago when price was here or here, you were eager to buy in Bitcoin just to get that little pump. Even here you wanted to most likely buy in Bitcoin because it would so-called go to 100K, 200K and blah 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 blah. So be aware of things. Price right now is cheap. Under 25K is even cheaper and is an amazing position for you in the long term. So take advantage of what is coming. Yes, I'll also make a video about Ethereum and other altcoins, but to not confuse people and to not make things too boring, we will do it in another video. Right guys, see you in the next one.